That's just how it works.
Well, you're taking pleasure in my unfortunate pain.
No, not really, but that's just how it works, because you just... Apparently food is not you. I eat things I want to taste all day. Like a smothered burrito. That's what I would want to taste pretty much all day. Apparently everyone else around me wants to taste it all day too, because it's apparently that good. Hey, my
I mean, it
laboratory.
is that good, mind you.
My
But,
smothered burritos.
it says you're offline.
Seriously?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
There's no way.
Considering we're still talking on Discord, yeah, but Steam does not like you.
I'm online. I see you being online. I just accepted you wanting to.
Should I reload it then?
Try something, clearly. No, it says I'm online. So go to Steam, hit open friends list.
Well, I'll just retry.
If you can retry it, I'll be amazed.
Breakfast.
I don't understand. I could not stand just eating pure frosting. I would hate it.
I mean, it's peanut butter cream cheese frosting. And it tastes enough like peanut butter, and it has the consistency of peanut butter enough that, like, it's more like sweet peanut butter.
Well, everyone missed the parts of us walking up here and talking to people a little bit.
Yeah. My hands
Analyze a blueprint. Okay. Water study blood sample. Regenerate 300 points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds. I don't know. Well, that's probably useful later on. Glass vial, ferrous treasure, sodium hyperchlorite solution. What? Can we not just take it
blood
straight
is
out?
much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching.
Sure, your face is pretty.
The sun is about to rise. I can feel it.
Your face is
So he
really.
does have
I'll
pupils.
continue tomorrow night. I have so much time.
He looks alive, somewhat, but his eye color's so faded. It's as if it was corroded away.
Or he's just, like, very light blue eyes.
I can see the light blue. I'm just saying, but his face looks
Because
very
your
veiny.
eyes have been that light before.
My eyes are darker, thank you.
They are now, but they were at one point that light.
What? Okay, I want to see a picture of this.
I remember them being that way.
You can
The
remember it,
farm's
but
dying.
it being is different.
It needs water.
Water.
Alrighty.
I have water.
And actually, I might be a little bit exaggerative because I know it was not quite that light, but it was still very light. Okay. So I'm still to go.
Yeah, you're still a go-go.
Okay. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Ekon, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly that it is almost as if he had suddenly had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly. But it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities of vampire...
Okay, now you can go.
Okay. Can deploy if it is, or is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can... It's gone blurry again. Okay, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me that the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required some time to master, that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This ability, or this may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenzied drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that that blood could sometimes blind him, since his smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, on a supposedly clean weapon.
I didn't press anything. What just happened?
I wouldn't know.
My hands was off the keyboard.
Okay. Etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has a clean blood or is ill, and then that in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it can have many medical applications. It's almost beggars belief.
That sounds like you're a perfect doctor there, doctor.
Able to do a lot of things that they don't have the technology for yet.
Yeah, pretty much. But even then,
Well,
I mean, higher
yeah.
technology, even today, that's not even close to what they are.
Yeah, because if anything, we just have to draw the blood and find out instead of them just being able to.
It's not even drawing the blood. It's even if you draw it, it's not even guaranteed you'll find it.
Considering you need to know,
What you're looking for, and so on.
yeah.
Sometimes things can just be integrated into our cells. Some of the stuff in our cells actually was not originally there. Actually, it's interesting how our body is just integrated like a piece of biomaterial into our cells. It made it so that it was perfectly useful to our bodies.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Well, if it wasn't useful to our bodies, we'd die.
Let me in! I want in, doctor.
Well, he's sleeping. Did you not read the note?
You're not sleeping! Oh, really? Then why am I able to knock on your door then? Just busy or sleeping? There's two different things.
Well, you're busy trying to take a nap. That's what it is.
I'm busy. I would say I'm sleeping. My words are not coming out. Only silence.
Just flat out ignoring the man. Which, I mean, that's what I do.
No, this is what. No, I would actually flat out want to say this if somebody tried to bother me. I'm not awake right now. My silence speaks for its own.
Instead of just leaving them hanging.
Pretty much.
It's locked.
I want to pickpocket you. Let me pickpocket you.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
No. Okay.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Is that the only one you were interested in seeing if you had hints for?
I talked to a lot of people.
Four is not everyone, I don't think.
I talked to Talk.
Good evening, Miss Haveloft. How are you tonight?
You're only in one of the buildings of the hospital.
Rich, vibrant blood.
Nothing.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
The vampire. Or not really vampire. But you know what? She wants to believe it though.
Someone suffering from Godard syndrome. Woo! Which
You.
is
Good evening, sir.
such a delightful reference.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I want it now. But I'll wait.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my
You are the
money.
perfect
Defenders.
person.
You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor.
Hey,
I offer
vampires,
them
man.
another way to protect their health.
Vampire. You're a vampire. You're proof. Okay? He's doing a good job.
So what do you do exactly
Somewhat.
in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns,
Somewhat.
I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
How is the sanitary situation?
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Ah, yes, people like this guy, lower blooders, do that.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough
Lower
recently.
blooders.
What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in.
Ah,
I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Vampyr! Oh, lower down blood. Alright, Lyle, you gotta think this out loud. Remember when I said watered down blood is the same thing as watered down alcohol? But in this case, it's kind of reversed, because the more it's watered down, the more you lose your senses for when they turn people. A new citizen investigation is locked. Press tab to do it. The citizen investigation displays here, categorized by district. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with left click, then access your map to locate the explorer.
I just feel like your explanations for it, either A, you do not remember it well enough to talk about it, or B, the words you remember and associate with it is not something that makes sense to me.
Probably not. But I'm just, I don't, it's not even like I was told directly. I'm just telling you what I believe. I don't know,
Why
you're
do you
medical.
have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Say this
I
is
really
why.
just want to listen to the song "There's No Place Like London" with.
This guy's good, I'm telling you. He is realistic, and he would be the perfect guy to want to be friends with. In this
Do you know
dire
No
time.
place like
Hawkins is
London!
thinking of leaving the hospital.
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it
I need to have to
already.
listen
Does it
to
not
that.
bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
See, you're right. Again, I'm telling you, this guy is smarter than he looks.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Yeah, if I had the bullets, I would love to. Ah, 315, I'm a poor man.
You really want something that takes so long to reload, though?
Does it? I need bullets.
15 seconds?
I need bullets. 15 seconds, what? Well, fire
Okay,
rate is
so-
10, and its magazine size is 2. I just have to get faster reload. You are expensive! I'll get the gun later. It's a shotgun!
Hey, there's that lady! Is that the lady? No, that's not the lady. Come on, forget that. I
The
was looking at that
lady...
character.
Oh, I know what you're thinking about of the scene. Because I remember that
Well,
scene.
yeah. Are you gonna go and talk to the man, or are you just gonna leave
Do
him
I?
there?
Do I?
You walked up to the guy, and you didn't even bother with him. Not there.
What are you talking about?
There's a guy dressed in white.
Dressed in white.
Okay.
Dressed in white. Oh, you mean over here.
Yes.
I couldn't talk to him. He wouldn't allow
Good
me.
evening, Dr. Timmons.
Oh, because you already talked to him.
Reed, any good news to share?
Yes. I know your secrets.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
You have nothing to prove. Your attitude
Brannigan is worried if you
response.
want him to actually listen.
Nurse
Fine.
Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that.
Oh.
You don't have to blame her. for
I
her
blame
honesty.
you. I knew this.
I'm not that
fine.
kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually,
I get to
Nurse
choose the next one.
Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Hey. So I was right, but also not right.
Wrong and right at the exact same
Goodbye,
time.
Dr.
Congratulations. I would have done the other thing. What is 34? Oh, it's probably up. You
What?
Good evening.
talk to the bad
Good
guy.
evening, Doctor.
The
Good life.
bad guy.
Oh, not the bad guy. The dumb guy.
The
Goodbye.
dumb guy.
Call me if you need assistance.
If he dies, there's no one else to treat his patients. I want to eavesdrop on you.
Oh.
Talk. I want to eavesdrop. Walk faster.
Look at the plate.
Walk faster. Do not.
Still standing after this epidemic. There's good reason to be proud.
You're not talking. I'm. This is supposed to be eavesdropping.
Fortunately, you're not that lucky.
What are you? Who are you?
Oh.
Huh?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Ooh, talking about you, yourself, I see. Okay.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Oh man, yeah.
You dump so much for no reason to win.
You better change your tone with me. Yeah, I'll kill you. I was talking to everybody else. You're just big mouth. Yeah, I want to do this.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Alright.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become misplaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
the thing
Modern
is, like, he's
medical
drunk.
methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
You are. Makes sense. You make sense. But you are a jerk.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Ah, so saving lives.
That might be just as antagonistic though, because he clearly does not agree.
Yeah, but this is bad too. This is
It
the
is.
worst. The bottom one is always the meanest. These two are pretty much the only two that many people on the first one probably do.
Yeah. I mean,
This
you
is
do are
ridiculous.
saving lives.
My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Bad memories of the
It
military.
seems you have bad memories of your...
Did you serve under
I
me?
refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
You're right. It also does a lot of medical drugs production.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
A lot of medical drugs. Where is this thing? You. Never seen you.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Your life in London,
Please,
tell
could
me.
you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose your career?
What made you choose to be a
works.
doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
When did you graduate? What? Oh,
What do you mean, when did you graduate?
I'm curious to know how old he is now. He looks young compared to the guy he's talking to.
Well, he's also just short.
I want to help him. I want to help him.
It's always a
Well-
pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
With a cure or a vaccine? That's the
I
question.
based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Not wrong. Not wrong. We'll talk about your secrets a
What
little
can you
bit
tell me
later.
about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Yeah, but the question is... I
Do you
don't
need help
remember.
with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
I wouldn't trust. Wait, oh yeah. What did Swansea do? How did he become director? I'm so curious. Because he has a big name among the doctors.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion
He
to
just kind of
modern
worked up with
medical
him, though.
methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
You're so dead on, man. I would say that I want to ask for your secrets now.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
You must remain neutral. Tell Mr. Frederick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
There you go.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Ah, so that doesn't
This
mean anything.
personal involvement could also appear to be
What?
a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
You know what? As a way of looking at people, though. Get too close, you want to not do things.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Well, you don't want to take risks. That might be good in the long run.
How did blood transfusion save legs? I'm confused. Tell me. Somebody's near. You talk.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Ah, to tell me.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
I'm
Are
in
you
hospital.
satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell
Oh,
me about
come
the
on.
doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
That's people, man. There's no difference in people. I clicked the same button. You feel so much
Tell me
guilt.
about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Yeah, very kind person. Then.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
That ain't your fault.
You can't hold yourself
Yeah.
responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick.
That's the war's
Unless you
fault.
tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Which, you know.
Hey, you know what? No, it's the politician's fault for causing world wars, man. Okay? Not your fault.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying.
Shit, it is World War II.
Helen was happy I
No.
wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea.
Sometimes lying's the
I
best
just
thing.
know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then.
I'm looking at World War One.
The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
1914 to 1918. You know what? When
Yeah.
did you? I want to know when was influenza?
During the same time frame, because the
When?
reason why the Spanish flu got spread during World War One is because the U.S. got drawn in, and they brought it from
1933. No, we're in World War II territory.
no.
I'm looking it
You're talking
up.
about the Spanish flu.
World War.
You're talking about the Spanish flu. And the Spanish flu came from Kansas.
1939
No.
is when World War II started.
Yeah, but the Spanish flu lasted from 1918 to 1920.
1939 to 1945.
What about the
No.
Spanish flu?
Spanish flu, 1931.
No.
This is what. Okay. After the human influenza A virus was discovered in 1933, soon after, Shope succeeded in isolating.
Whisk.
That's when it was discovered.
Whisk.
1931.
This is the Spanish flu. This is not the modern flu.
It's I just typed in influenza.
The Spanish flu was during just World War One.
1977.
The Spanish flu.
I typed in Spanish flu.
Well, you're looking at the wrong thing because even the first
1892.
result on my page say 1918 to 1920.
When was Spanish flu discovered? There's the Russian one. Oh. February 1918, April 1920.
Uh-huh. Because you're talking about the flu that we have nowadays, that'd be completely different.
Well, there's the Russian flu.
I've never heard of the Russian flu. So
I just looked up in Spanish flu, and then I got the Russian flu. I don't understand how Google got me there.
I don't know what you type, but it sure was not Spanish flu as a direct that.
Hey, I'm just wondering myself, okay? I got the Russian flu out of that. Hey, I would totally operate
Goodbye
on
for
you.
now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I'm just a vampire, so, if you want to die, don't just say anything. So I'm supposed to go this way. Can I loot this? Absolutely. Alright.
Interesting. Okay.
Where am I supposed to go there? Wait. What?
You know what's interesting with
What?
the Russian flu you stumbled upon
Yeah.
was like a problem.
Uh-huh.
A few short
Thelma
years
Halcroft
after
said she was being
cars
watched
were
by vampire hunters. Where
Cars
are they
were-
hiding?
invented.
I should investigate.
What? I don't understand what...
A few short years after cars were invented, the Russian flu was a problem.
That's hysterical to think about. Cars cause epidemic.
I know, but it's just funny to think that they're so close to each other.
Yeah. Trembled
And that
data.
And that we really don't think about the Russian flu because we weren't in conflict at the time.
Crumpled
That
letter.
also- Okay, dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, but I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. Fondest love, Nikolai. Nikolai? Or must be Nikolai.
Oh, I wasn't reading. I was just following. It's Nikolai. Nikolai. Nicolo. It's either Nikolai or Nicolo.
Nicolo. No. There's no O there.
I put the O there myself.
Okay.
Nicoloo. Nicolay. Hey! Okay.
Is that what you're settling with?
Yes. There's an E and an
Okay.
A. There's an A and an E. And the A does talking because the second letter never talks.
Well, most generally.
Where is this little Y? I want to know. Outside somewhere. Fine. I
What
got
are you
it.
having problems with?
Finding it, yes.
Also, do you know where you're wanting to stop for the night?
After this. You know what?
What is this? 'Cause
I
it's
want to
very
find this
open-ended.
Y.
Okay.
It's the only thing I want to find. If I find this Y, I'm good. Okay?
A trash can! And then you can wield the trash can like a weapon and or shield.
Oh, I wish.
And then you can bash. I don't know what you'd bash, but you could bash.
5 meters outside.
Oh, did you not want to look at the poster?
I
I don't know if
did.
you already looked at the
I
poster.
already looked at it. It's prevent disease.
Oh, is that poster? Okay, cool.
What are you meaning? Go out there? Okay. I was out there. You denied me.
No?
What? Huh? But I just
Why are you setting people on
I
fire?
don't know where to go.
Also, are you lit on fire currently? Because it looked like you were walking on the fire.
No.
Oh, okay.
Let me teleport. I don't understand.
Well, then you haven't necessarily been there yet, clearly. You're gonna go check if the man's still there.
It has to be upstairs. It has to be.
Is Swansea finally gonna take your call?
I do house calls, so I'm gonna do his house call.
Okay.
Swansea, house call.
This time you're answering.
Oh no, I'm doing my own house call. Never mind. What? Well, down here then.
Oh, I really wanted you to go to bed.
You could.
Are you gonna do the big thirst since that's what you originally wanted to do?
No, I was thinking of something else I was gonna do. Thinking about doing Shadow Mist.
You didn't like the spirit of
Blubber. Huh, that is very, very, very interesting. But I want this, so I want to confirm. I can't believe the one thing I was looking for was my bed.
If I'm to stay
Yeah.
here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. What about my thirst for blood?